the divine. Spirit's calling you, speaking through your heart. Spirit's calling you. It's the calling of the divine. It seems the world is turning, somehow left you behind. Pick up your bags, don't look back, you'll be the first in line. When you feel you don't belong, but you don't know where to go, pray for inner guidance and then you will know. Listen with an open heart, listen with an open mind. Listen to your inner voice, the calling of the divine. Spirit's calling you, speaking through your heart. Spirit's calling you. It's the calling of the divine. Spirit's calling you, speaking through your heart. Spirit's calling you. It's the calling of the divine. All right, good morning, Unity of Gainesville. We're going to start this service off with a little sing-along song. I'm sure that you know it. It's a little song called I Can See Clearly Now, and what a beautiful day that we have outside. It is springtime. Yay, and we can all see clearly because the rain is gone. Although I did see a couple of little puddles out there, but, you know, we should just jump in them. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Peppa Pig, but she likes to jump in muddy puddles. Anyway. I have a 3-year-old, so that's where I'm coming from. All right, so here we go. I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. All right.
Good morning. My name is Sherry Johnson. I'm your prayer chaplain for today, and the daily word for today is positivity. I plant seeds of positivity and harvest joy. Every gardener knows the blooms grow best in good soil. Even before planting, it's good practice to pull the weeds and prepare the soil, giving the soils the optimal conditions in which to grow. Today, I tend the garden of my consciousness. I pull the weeds of worrisome and unforgiving thoughts by denying they have any power over me. I create a fertile environment for new positive thoughts to grow through regular prayer and meditation. When I touch the place of infinite stillness and peace, I affirm wholeness, prosperity, happiness, and security for my life. Like bright, beautiful flowers, these positive thoughts bloom and grow in my consciousness. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable. Think about these things. Philippians 4:8. All of our prayer requests are placed in our prayer box to be prayed over during this time of our service. A list of all the ways to make a prayer request are available on our website. Just click on Request Prayer Here, which is located under the Sunday service link. You're also, we also use the UpPray app, free uppray.com on your smartphone, and I'll be available for prayer with you individually in our designated prayer space after the service. Now, please join me in praying over the requests which have been placed in our prayer list and in our prayer box. You may softly speak the names of those you would like to include in this time of prayer. We know for these names spoken and unspoken that God is the active energy of life, love, health, and peace. As we release this prayer to the energy of the divine, we know and affirm that all is working for the highest and best of all conditions. And so it is. Amen.
I sing a little song for you this morning to go along with Reverend Danny's talk. And his talk this morning is Don't Worry, Be Happy. Was it yeah, right? Well, I took the Don't Worry, Be Happy part, and I was like, okay, well, I think I'm going to have to play that song. So I changed the words a little bit here and there, but feel free to sing along if you want to sing along with me, because I think most everybody knows this song. All right, so here we go. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry, don't do it. Be happy now. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Don't worry, be happy. now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Here's my words. In unity we have a saying. Say your prayers and your affirmations. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. Don't you worry, you make it double. 'Cause what we think about, it becomes so. So don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. At least try not to. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Think of something happy. Puppies. Do, 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 do. Kittens. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Somebody say something that makes them happy. Do, 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 do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What else makes you happy? Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. What is it? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Don't worry, be happy now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Because if we think about it, even if we just think about it, it makes us happier. Don't worry, be happy now. Thank you, guys.
For the rest of the day. Thank you so much, Kristen. Thank you. And so here we are. We are almost to the halfway point of the Lenten season. And some of you may already know that for some Christian traditions, Lent is considered a season for penance. And if you're wondering what penance is defined as any act or set of actions done out of repentance for sins committed, as well as an alternate name for the Catholic, Lutheran, Eastern Orthodox, and Oriental Orthodox sacrament of reconciliation or confession. Wow, that is one long definition for penance, isn't it? Now, in Unity, we really don't do penance, at least not in the traditional sense. We do, however, teach the importance of living living with integrity, right? And if you remember from previous talks, integrity includes owning our stuff, our wonderful stuff, and of course, what I call our less than stellar stuff. So you can just think of that, living with integrity, as penance unity style. And we often get to that point through reflection. We reflect on our blessings and we express gratitude. We reflect on our less than stellar stuff. We own it. And then through the actions of self-forgiveness, we release it. And that way, we open ourselves to the promises of renewal. So while the practice of reflection is important throughout the year, we tend to focus on it a bit more during Lent, and that's fine. Reflection, however, can have its challenges. See, sometimes when we reflect, we sometimes go to places that we're really not comfortable with. And if we stay there too long, we get caught up in some pretty negative energy cycles. It's what the Zen Buddhist monk Alex Mill calls listening to our voices. And we all have them. So I hear voices, which probably explains a lot. I hear voices, but so do you. For example, say you're considering making a significant shift in your life. You've prayed about it, you've meditated about it, you've asked for counsel, you've done all your research, and you are feeling good about moving forward with this change. And then the voices start. Well, who do you think you are? You can't do this. Think about how many times you have tried before and failed. You know what your family and your friends are going to think? They're going to think you've lost your mind. And what happens if you do that? What happens if you try and you fail? Your bank account can't take another failure. So again, why are you even considering this? Worry creeps in. And if we allow worry to stay with us, if we allow that negative energy to stay with us, it can stop us in our tracks and prevent us from actually moving ahead with what could be a very positive action in our lives. So when that happens, what do? Well, we could ask Kristen to lead us in another round of Don't Worry, Be Happy. It's a fun little song, isn't it? But you know, it often takes more than a song to chase our worries away, doesn't it? So I've got good news for you. If that's where you are, if the song is not working, or if you can't take that advice from that good old hymn from back in the day, cast your cares upon Jesus, don't worry. Be happy. Why? Because you can go to the Worry Bank and deposit your worries. And I cannot make this up. I am not making this up. You can go to worrybank.com. I went there this week, and there is a place where you can fill out a worry deposit slip. Who knew? Part of the site reads, everyone worries. How much time do you spend worrying? And even though most of what we worry about never comes to pass, we still waste a lot of time and energy worrying. There's that quote from Dale Carnegie. Today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Was it worth it? So if you're ever wanting or wishing that someone could do your worrying for you, go to www.worrybank.com and leave your worries there. If only it were that easy. Now, to be clear, there is a difference between concern and worry. They are synonyms, but there is a difference. For example, it's quite normal to feel vulnerable to the forces of nature, sickness, and death. It's normal to have concerns about the people we love. It's very normal to have concerns about the direction many things in our world appear to be taking. Normal levels of concern can cause us to take preventative actions against potential problems and to make significant and positive changes in the way we live. The difference between concern and worry is that concern usually leads to a corrective action, or at least we accept where things are in the moment, that things are as they are and we've done all we can do. Worry, however, tends to fret over things over which we have no control, or things that may not even be an issue to begin with. There are physical symptoms associated with unhealthy worry. Things like feeling restless and edgy, tiring easily, having trouble concentrating, irritability, or unsatisfying sleep. So given those statistics, given those facts, it's not a huge leap of faith to say that our master teacher, Jesus, was onto something when he said that worrying would not add an hour to our lives. In fact, there's a study from the Mayo Clinic Proceedings Medical Journal. Say that fast 3 times. There is a study from this group that says avoiding chronic worrying can actually add years to our lives. Of course, not worrying is easier said than done, right? While there are all kinds of programs and tips and tricks out there to help us with worrying, none of those will have any long-term benefit if we do not address the core issues behind worry. What are those issues? We're going to get there, but I want to start with a couple of symptoms that point to the core issue underlying unhealthy worry. Focus and control. Focus and control are often factors in worry because worry is focused on things we can't control. Again, unhealthy worry. Worry is focused on things we cannot control. Here's an example. I don't like to fly. And when I know I have to fly, I start watching weather patterns for my date of departure days before my flight is supposed to take off. This is a true story. On the way to the airport, I'm looking out of my car window, looking at the skies. Does it look like it's going to storm? I look at the trees along the side of the road. How fast is the wind blowing? I'm sitting at the gate waiting for my flight to board. I'm looking at the flags blowing in the breeze, or I'm looking for storm clouds over the horizon. Now, to my credit, over the years, I have graduated. I have graduated from white knuckle flying to sweaty palm flying. Sweaty palm for me means if the flight is relatively smooth, I can kick back, I can relax, I can read, listen to music, I can even look outside the window, and I'm fine. We can do a little bump and grind, and I'm still okay. But severe turbulence, and especially if they had the flight attendants sit down and buckle up, I can lose 2 pounds of sweat through my hands alone. Why? Why do I act like that? See, intellectually, I know flying is the safest mode of transportation available today. What I've learned about myself through the years, though, is while there is a certain amount of healthy concern associated with flying through the air in a pressurized metal tube, 500 miles an hour, 30,000 feet above the ground, while there's a certain amount of healthy concern there, my unhealthy worry is based on stuff I can't control. Pilot decision, the mechanics, the weather. And I'm sure that no matter how much I beg the flight attendants, they are probably not going to let me fly the plane. And I know I'm not alone. Sometimes people focus on things we can't control to the point of obsession. And when we start obsessing, we stop moving forward in life. We get in our own way. For example, sometimes we obsess over our jobs. How secure is my job? Yeah, I just got a raise and I got a really good review, but I've heard rumors. Who knows? Who's next? Some of us obsess about our health. You know, there are so many people dying of cancer. And they're coming up with a new cancer, it seems like, every day. Yeah, I know I'm healthy now. I feel good. I feel fine. My doctor's report is fine. But for how long? My grandmother, Polly, was like that. She would get the best health. I wanted her medical numbers, right? She was so healthy physically. But she'd always say, now, children, I know you all think I'm healthy, but I know when I die, they're going to open me up and find me just ate up with the cancer. She lived till she was 93, by the way. Retirement. Some of us worry about our retirement. You know, we've done everything we can do. We've put money aside. We've worked hard all of our lives. And then some of us start worrying, well, what if I have not planned for every single contingency? Oh my gosh, am I going to have to live with my children? So while a certain amount of concern can be healthy and normal, all this focus on things over which we have no control, points to what I consider the core issues of worry: trust and hope. That is, where do we put our ultimate trust and hope? The Bible might say, do you trust in mammon or do you trust in God? Metaphysically speaking, we can ask, do we put our ultimate trust and hope in the material world and stuff out here, power and money and so forth? Or do we put our ultimate trust and hope in the true riches of the mind, which, according to the revealing word, those treasures are the understanding and revelation and realization of spiritual substance, life and intelligence, which are the source of outer manifestations. So are we focusing on out here or in here? We have no control, or we have little control out here sometimes. There's stuff out here that's out of our control. Inside, though, we have a little more control. We can extend this interpretation even further by using the teaching of the philosopher Plotinus, who said that everything that is healthy flows with the universe. Everything that is healthy flows with the universe, another word for God, and anything that blocks that flow is evil. He went on to say that if we flow as life flows, we need no other power. And if the word evil is bothering you, how about this quote from Gay Hendricks' book in his book, Conscious Living? He says, and I quote, "I am the way of God, or I am in the way of God. I am the way of God, or I am in the way of God." Our master teacher, Jesus, while not denying the need for material things, also taught us to focus on the realm of God. We can translate Jesus' words into a call to focus on what we might call the value of God's realm, the values like peace and justice, the equitable distribution of wealth, caring for the planet, caring for one another. And where is this mysterious realm of God? In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus says that it is within us. And in the Gospel of Thomas, we hear that the realm of God is all around us. In Unity, we teach that the realm of God is all around us, within us, expresses through and as us. And in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus appears to be saying, if we can focus on the realm of God, if we can focus on manifesting those values, all this other stuff, eventually, one day, it's all going to be all right. So are we back to don't worry, be happy? Not really. As I said earlier, there's always going to be a certain amount of healthy concern in our lives. That's normal. I mean, folks, we can't look around at what's going on in Ukraine and other parts of the world today and not feel a bit of concern about what can I do? Is there anything I can do? We look around at people we love who are struggling. We look around in our communities, in our own country at stuff going on, and it's normal to have some concern. We're on an economic roller coaster right now, especially if you're invested in the stock market. You know, on that roller coaster, we get queasy on roller coasters. Same thing. And it is normal. At the same time, Jesus' call to trust is not a call for us to sit back and do nothing. The call of Jesus on our lives is to focus on what we can do in this life to make a positive difference, not only for ourselves, but for others. But sometimes we get all caught up in what can I do? What can I do? And we worry and we stress and we get all mired down in that muck and negative energy. A really good example of doing what you can do, I don't know if any of you saw on the news a couple of weeks ago, the kids with the lemonade stand in a suburb of Atlanta. They wanted to do something to help people in Ukraine. They did not get all caught up in the politics and the philosophy and all the back and forth and negativity. They raised $1,200 over a weekend by selling lemonade. And they gave it to a relief organization for Ukraine. You know, we could take some lessons. Amen? We just get all caught up in this back and forth and the political implications and the philosophy of war and peace and all this. And the kids are, okay, we're going to sell lemonade. And they just go out and do it. Good for them. We do what we can do. Or in Unity speak, we do what is ours to do. And all that other stuff, we let it go. We release it. So I'm going to ask Kristen to start playing some music and leading us into a time of meditation. And as she does that, I want to leave you with this. As we move forward in faith, hope, and trust, focusing on what we can do rather than obsessing about what we cannot do, that is when we can experience freedom. And we experience this freedom as we begin to realize that some of the stuff that we worry and fret about are non-issues. We stop worrying about stuff and start realizing that we have more important work to do than fret about things like, say, flying in a pressurized tube at 500 miles an hour, 30,000 feet in the air. So was Jesus really saying, don't worry, be happy? Probably not. But how about don't worry, trust, and be hope-filled? And so it is.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To be high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
This morning's meditation in honor of Women's History Month is a very short excerpt from A Drill in the Silence. And this was thought to be authored by May Rowland, who was the director of Silent Unity from 1916 to 1971. So let's settle in and relax. Just allowing your mind to settle and simply following your breath in and out. Feel the presence of God freeing you from every thought of tension and worry. And if you feel any tension or worry, just relax and let it go. Continuing to follow your breath. Say silently to yourself, be still. Be still and know I am God. Focus on these words and allow them to take on a new living meaning for you. Feel the stillness with your whole mind, your whole being. Be still and know that I am God. Know it. You are comfortable, relaxed, and still. You are in the presence of God. Continuing to follow your breath and turning your attention to the top of your head. Say silently to yourself, I am the light of the world. Be still and feel the light of Spirit flowing through you and over you. Feel yourself immersed in a sea of light. Feel your whole being illumined, awake, exalted. Continuing to follow your breath and turning your attention to your eyes, say silently to yourself, I see with the eyes of Spirit. All sense of tension is dropping away from your eyes before the inflow of divine energy. Your spiritual vision is renewed. You see the truth more clearly. You see with eyes of Spirit. Continuing to follow your breath and turning your attention to your heart, say to yourself, I am the perfect expression of divine love. Love transforms. Love transfigures. Love fills the mind with kind, helpful thoughts. Whatever the need or problem, divine love is the answer. And you are the perfect expression of divine love. As you're comfortable doing so, slowly bring your awareness back to this space, a safe space of love, light, peace, and healing. Know that not only are you loved, you are loved. And so it is.
heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To be high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you.
Well, thank you so much, Kristen. Beautiful song. Was that prelude, Calling the Divine, was that one of your originals? That was so beautiful as well. They tie in together so well. Thank you. And thank you, Reverend Danny, for your wonderful talk today. And next week, we're going to be blessed with Reverend Jeannie Ward, and who has almost become her sidekick. Dr. Don Necco will be the musician as well. They've kind of paired together, and it's always a joy to have them both at the same time, and we're looking forward to that next week. This is the time that we express our gratitude for the wonderful services that we receive and all the inner and outer workings going on in this church, and we now call for your offerings or your gifts that support this facility and our works. You may use your smartphone to text to give or click on the donate button on our website, in addition to the traditional ways of sending in cash or checks. So please know that every gift is important and very much appreciated. It's because of the energy of your love, your prayers, and your financial support that carries us forward and helps Unity of Gainesville to make a difference in people's lives. Now, visualizing and holding your gifts over our hearts, let us set our intention for our giving as together we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I choose to give and all that I am open to receive. I give in love and receive in abundance. Thank you, God. I am so blessed. Now, Kristen will provide some more music while we bring our gifts forward.
Okay, I'm going to stand up for this one. And if you guys want to stand up, feel free. Movement is a spiritual thing. Or if you want to just clap along or sing along, feel free to do that. But I got a little tune for you, and it is called Happy. And you can't not be happy listening to this song. It's just impossible. Okay, so I'm going to start this. Might be crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, she can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you feel like happiness what you do. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold back. I should probably tell you I'll be just fine. No offense to you, just take your time. Here's why, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, you get nothing. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, you get nothing. Bring me down, because I'm happy, 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 because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do, because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel that's what you want to do, because I'm happy, 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 happy. Oh, I'm gone if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do, because I'm clap along if you know like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel, cause that is all your truth, because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Ooh, because I'm happy, because I'm happy, 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 yeah, because I'm happy, 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 yeah. All right, let's all be happy. Puppies and kittens and such.
Happy, 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 happy indeed. Thank you, Kristen. Justice. Woo. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Joe and Sherry and Terry and everyone that's made this possible today. And Reverend Dr. Danny Spears. Don't worry, be happy. Yahweh Abba Ima, sweet spirit, springing forward with positivity and joy within, affirming wholeness, happiness, security and prosperity in our lives. This is seen in these abundant, sacred gifts and ties as we are filled with gratitude. Thank you. In further growth, our consciousness grows in recognition of that serene balance between optimism and the negative. Don't worry, be happy. We drop our less than stellar stuff and graduate from white knuckle, sweaty palms to flying with joy into our futures, putting our trust and hope in the truth manifests through Spirit within. So, open our eyes of our hearts that we may see you. We don't worry and are trust-filled, seeing with the eyes of Spirit, expressing divine love and being love. Focused on what we can do, we plant those seeds of positivity and harvest joy. No withdrawals from theworrybank.com. And therefore we add years to our lives. Make lemonade, for like a room without a roof, it's happy, happy, happy springtime. Ashe.
Thank you, Dr. Rick. That's always a joy to have your synopsis and your blessings. Now I'd like to give a special welcome to any of our first-time visitors here at the church. If you're here for the first time, we have a visitor's packet to give you. So welcome. We're glad you're here. And if you're with us for the first time online, we also want to welcome you. Thank you for being here with us. We hope you receive something of value to take with you throughout the week. And if you'd like more information about Unity of Gainesville, Reverend Danny can answer any questions you may have after the service. And if you're with us for the first time virtually, you can contact us using the contact information on our website, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We're glad that we have the privilege of having masks optional at this point during the pandemic. We will continue to monitor the statistics. Not that we're going to worry. We're going to have sacred concern for each other and do what's best for everybody. We still need volunteer help, especially in the bookstore, on our greeter team, and especially on the media team. Cindy here usually is CA. She was going to be CA today, but her husband had to work. Marlon is busy, so Cindy shifted her responsibilities and did what nobody else can do. And we need to build that team, so please consider it. Also, I heard that it officially was the spring equinox at 11:30 a.m. this morning, so we're about 11:33 to the minute. We're 25 minutes into spring, and the Beautiful Grounds team is feeling very trusting and hopeful that we can do what needs to be done to beautify our grounds outside. And there's 3.5 people working on that team right now. We need more people who want to just plant some flowers or pull some weeds, and we do spread mulch. We trim the bushes. Anything that you see that needs to be done, either bring it to our attention or show up on a work day that we have a new leader of that team. It's Terry Kelly, so you can see her after the service or contact her. And we would like to do a work day monthly through this growing season just to keep up. So consider that as well as another volunteer opportunity. I know there's more announcements. Here they are. Oh, we are still finishing up. We have 3 more weeks of the Lenten group discussion based on Unity's release and renewal devotion. We meet on Wednesdays from 6 to 7:30. And we also are broadcasting live or participating with Zoom attendees as well. And Reverend Danny's doing a great job with that. Everybody gets included. We even spin his little laptop around so everybody can have their input in the discussion, and it's really good. So if you want to, if you're interested, the sign-up sheet is still on the welcome table, and let us know of your intention of coming either via Zoom or in person. Now we still are trying to figure out what we're going to do with our fundraisers. You may have seen that we had recommendations and suggestions as donating gift cards and participating in online yard sales and just donating either partial or all of your proceeds from those individual fundraising activities that you would like to do. And we're still open for more suggestions. If this doesn't ring your bell, let us know what will. And we do want to get something started and going. And we do need your input. Yes, if you do have more ideas, let Reverend Danny know, and we will brainstorm on it and try to see how we can make that happen. We have somewhat of a celebrity in our sanctuary. Our very own Patricia Bonaparte's going to be hosting a book signing this coming Saturday, March 26th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at New Chapter Bookstore in Gainesville. That address is 118 Main Street, and the bookstore is located behind Sweet Magnolia's restaurant, so you may be familiar with that location. So come on Saturday and see Patricia, and even have conversations about her book after the service. I'm sure she'll be glad to talk to you about it. So if you have any questions about these announcements or just want to know more about Unity of Gainesville, you can just visit our website, of course, or call the church office. And that's all of our announcements for today. So I would invite everybody, if you're able, to stand, if you're comfortable doing so, and join us in saying the prayer for protection. Together, let's say, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
So as you leave this place today, I encourage all of us to go out there and to be the light of the world. Go out there, don't worry, trust, and be hope-filled. Know that you are beautiful, beloved, and blessed. You are indeed. You are definitely powerful. Okay, are we back? Let's try this again. You are beautiful, beloved, and blessed, and you are indeed fine, fierce, and fabulous. Go out there and live it because, yes, you can. Go and be blessed. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do